Stepchildren told me I'm just renting space in their lives. So I ended the lease, took everything I invested, and left them with the overdue emotional and practical payments their father never made. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reddit Visuals. I used to believe that if you loved hard enough, you could outrun biology, but it turns out some people will treat you like a temporary service they can cancel the second something shinier shows up. I'm Mark, and I'm 46. I don't scream, I don't throw things, and I don't make dramatic scenes. I work in operations for a regional logistics company, and I thought I'd make a good stepfather, steady, reliable, present where it mattered. I married Lisa 5 years ago, but we'd been together for 3 years before that. She was 37 when we met, divorced with 2 kids, Tyler, who was 10, and Ava, who was 8. When we first started dating, she told me clearly, "My kids come first." I told her that was exactly why I liked her. Their dad was around, technically. He had visitation every other weekend and carried this mythic cool dad energy, PS5s at Christmas, trips to theme parks, no rules. Meanwhile, I was the one asking about homework and making sure the shoes actually fit. You know this dynamic. For years I ate quite disrespectfully. Not abuse, exactly, just steady reminders that I wasn't really family. Mother's Day cards for Lisa, nothing on Father's Day for me. School forms where they left the stepfather blank. But I told myself it was normal. I showed up anyway, made lunches, went to games and concerts, took days off work for emergency dentist visits, taught Tyler to parallel park. When Lisa and I got married, I sold my paid-off condo and put the money into the down payment for our house. We put both names on the deed, equal ownership. During open enrollment that year, I added the kids to my health insurance because her job didn't offer family coverage. I didn't think of it as an investment. I thought of it as family. I can pinpoint the exact moment that changed. It was a Tuesday night about 8 months ago. I'd worked a 10-hour day, then stopped at the grocery store because Tyler had texted asking for taco ingredients. I walked in with 2 bags, the house buzzing with noise. I set the bags down in the kitchen and heard my name. I paused. Tyler's voice. "Dude, relax. He's just renting space." His friend Jake. "What does that even mean?" Ava chimed in. "It means he's here until Mom finds someone better or Dad gets his shit together. Don't worry, it's not permanent." Laughter. Light, effortless laughter. Tyler again. "For real, he acts like this is his house, like we're his kids. He's overinvested. It's kind of sad." "Like a placeholder dad," one of the other kids said, and the room roared. I didn't move. My hands were shaking. I put the milk in the fridge on autopilot. You can hear your heart breaking and still register that dairy can't sit out. I walked in later, smiled, and said, "Tacos in 20. No one looked up. When Lisa got home, I told her what I'd heard. She sighed. "They're teenagers, Mark. They say stupid stuff. You know they appreciate you." "Do they?" I asked, because that sounded like contempt. "You're overthinking this. If you make it a big deal, they'll pull away more. Can't you just let it go?" That was the first moment I realized Lisa and I were not on the same team. The next morning I asked her, "Are you going to talk to them about what they said?" She hesitated. "I don't want to make them feel attacked." "But you're okay with me feeling attacked?" "You're the adult. They're still figuring things out." "They're 18 and 16, I said. "Old enough to know words have consequences." She looked at me like I was being unreasonable. "Can we not turn this into a thing?" So I started paying attention. For weeks, I stopped anticipating needs. If they texted for last-minute rides, I'd say, "Ask your dad." I stopped refilling the snack drawer, stopped asking about homework. The Wi-Fi got shut off for 3 days because nobody paid the bill I'd left on the counter. Tyler missed a college application deadline. Ava complained that nobody goes shopping anymore. Lisa looked at me when she said it. I just shrugged. 3 weeks later came the breaking point. Tyler's graduation was coming up. He was 18, heading to college in the fall. I'd filled out his FAFSA back in January, paid his dorm deposit from the college fund I'd built, $43,000 over 7 years. I'd taken the day off work and made dinner reservations. At Sunday dinner, Tyler said, "Oh, Mom, did you tell him about the seating?" My chest warmed. "Tell me what?" Lisa hesitated. So, we were talking about graduation seating. Tyler's dad wants to sit with the family, with Grandma, Grandpa, and me. And it's going to be weird if you're there too. Ava rolled her eyes. He wants his real family there. You can still come. Just sit somewhere else. Real family. I looked at Lisa. She wouldn't meet my eyes. I'm the one who filled out his FAFSA, I said slowly. Paid his housing deposit. Made sure he had a car and insurance. But I'm not allowed to sit with the family? You're making it a bigger deal than it is, Tyler said. It's just seats. This is my moment with my actual family. Lisa added, Mark, please, can't you just do this for him? So I'm invited to the graduation I helped pay for, but not welcome in the family section. I'm supposed to watch his father, who forgot him at a bowling alley for 3 hours last year, sit in the seat I earned. You didn't earn anything, Tyler snapped. You're not my dad. Stop acting like you are. Silence. Lisa didn't defend me, didn't correct him, just sat there. I stood up, rinsed my plate. Okay, thanks for clarifying. That night, I made a list. Cell phone plan, my name, all 4 lines. Car insurance, my name, 3 vehicles. Health insurance, my plan, all of them. Tyler's college fund, my contributions, $43,000. Ava's braces, $4,800. The house, joint ownership. But I'd put in $60,000 for the down payment while Lisa contributed $10,000. I'd been renting space in a story they told themselves about what I was for. Provider, background adult, a TM. For 8 years, I'd paid the rent of responsibility on a role they refused to grant me by name. So I decided to end the lease. I called the cell phone provider and split the family plan. Called car insurance and removed 2 vehicles. Then I logged into Tyler's 529 college account, $43,000 I'd saved. I froze it and changed the settings so any withdrawal required my explicit written approval. If Tyler wanted that money, he'd have to ask me face to face. I booked a therapy appointment. My therapist listened and finally said, So you're paying the full cost of fatherhood without receiving any respect or recognition. That's about right. What would happen if you just stopped? I sat with that. I'd find out what I actually mean to them, if anything. That session changed everything. I told Lisa, I'm not going to Tyler's graduation, and I'm not releasing his college funds. If he wants access, he can ask me himself, in person. She stared. You can't do that. You promised. The promise I made was to a family. What I signed up for was apparently a sponsorship deal where I fund their lives and get nothing back. Not respect, not recognition, not even a seat at graduation. You can't punish them for being kids. Tyler is 18, legally an adult, old enough to tell me I'm not his family, old enough to live with what that means. Her eyes filled with tears. You're teaching them that love is conditional. No, I'm teaching them that being a doormat isn't love. I'm teaching them that you can't treat someone like a wallet and expect them to keep paying forever. The fight lasted hours. At one point, she shouted, You knew they had a father when you married me. You never wanted me to be him, I said quietly. You wanted me to do the work while he got the credit. You wanted me to pay bills, enforce rules, and show up daily. But when it came time to call me family, you all closed ranks and left me outside. You used me, Lisa. She just cried. Over the next 2 weeks, consequences rolled out. Tyler got a notice that his car insurance was canceled. He came home furious. You can't just cancel my insurance. You're an adult now. Time to get your own policy or call your real dad. His face went red. You're such an asshole. Maybe. But I'm not your asshole anymore. I'm just the guy renting space, remember? 3 days later, Lisa came to me panicked. Tyler's insurance quote is $320 a month. He can't afford that. I can't afford that. Then he can't drive, or his real dad can handle it. His real dad won't. You know he won't. I know. I've known for 8 years. That's why I covered it. And that's why it hurt when Tyler said I wasn't his family. Ava found out about health insurance when she got a notice that her card would be invalid after December 31st. She came home panicked. You're taking me off your insurance? I have asthma. Your mom added you to her plan during open enrollment. You'll have a new card by January. But you always covered us. You can't just stop. That's how insurance works. Every year I make a choice to add you. This year I made a different choice. Because I'm just renting space, and renters don't make permanent decisions. Tears streaked her face. I didn't mean it like that. How did you mean it? She ran upstairs. Graduation day came. I didn't go. I drove to a state park and hiked until my mind went quiet. I thought about all the stages I'd been at before. Elementary concerts with flowers. Science fairs at the kitchen table until midnight. Soccer tournaments where I cheered until my voice gave out. I wondered if anyone noticed the empty seat. When I got home that night, there were 47 texts. Tyler's. Thanks for nothing. Real mature. Ava's. You missed it. He looked for you. Lisa's last message sent at 11 p.m. His dad left right after the ceremony. Didn't even stay for dinner. Tyler cried in the parking lot. He kept saying, at least Mark would have stayed. I hope you feel good about yourself. I didn't feel good, but I didn't feel guilty. Because I would have stayed. I would have taken 1,000 photos. But I wasn't allowed to. I texted back, I'm sorry his dad disappointed him. That's what his dad does. But I'm not coming back to audition for a role I've been performing for free for 8 years. If Tyler wants to talk, my door is open. But I'm done being the backup parent who gets blamed when the real one doesn't show up. 2 months later, I told Lisa I wanted to sell the house. She laughed. You can't be serious. Every room here reminds me of what I thought we were building. I need out. Then you move out. I'll buy you out. Can you? We both knew she couldn't qualify for the mortgage alone. She tried 3 banks. All said insufficient income. She asked her ex to co-sign. He laughed and called it a money pit. We listed the house. It sold in 3 weeks. Lisa's lawyer tried to argue for 50-50 despite my $60,000 down payment versus her $10,000, and me covering 70% of payments for 5 years. I had receipts. Every bank transfer, every repair, every property tax payment. My lawyer sent over a spreadsheet. I walked away with $128,000. Lisa got $52,000. I rented a small townhouse across town. Moving day, Tyler and Ava stood on the lawn while movers loaded the truck. As the last load pulled away, Ava called out, You're really leaving? I'm ending the lease. You're being dramatic, Tyler muttered. Maybe, but you were clear about my status. I'm just honoring the terms you set. You said I was renting space. Renters leave. That's what temporary means. Lisa stood in the doorway. You're punishing them. No. I'm matching my effort to the respect I receive, and maybe teaching them that people aren't renewable resources. You can't use someone up and expect them to keep showing up. I drove away without looking back. The first month was strange, quiet. I'd make coffee for 4 out of habit. My phone was a battleground. Angry texts from Lisa about bills, panicked messages about Tyler's tuition, furious messages from Tyler about ruining his future. Every time, ask your dad. Stop saying that, Tyler finally texted. You know he won't help. I replied, I know. I've known for 8 years. That's why I stepped up. That's why it shattered me when you said I was renting space. I gave you everything, and you treated it like a utility bill. I'm not coming back to that. 2 days later. So what, I'm supposed to drop out? Ruin my future? You have $43,000 in a college fund with my name on it. If you want access, you can ask me for it. In person. Face to face. Come to my place, look me in the eye, and ask. Then we'll talk. He never came. 4 months later, I got an email from Ava. Subject, I'm sorry. She wrote about college, her roommate who never cleaned. I called her dad for help moving, and he canceled that morning. Her mom is stressed and overwhelmed. Their smaller, louder apartment. I didn't realize how much you did. I thought it was just normal. But my roommate's stepdad didn't help her move. My friend's stepdad didn't pay for insurance or save for college. You did all that, and I treated you like furniture. I never said thank you. Not once. I'm so sorry. I read it 5 times. 2 days later, I replied, I appreciate that. It means more than you know. I loved you and Tyler. I still do, in a complicated way. But I needed to step back to stop resenting you. If you want to build something new, an adult relationship based on mutual respect, I'm open to that. But it has to be different. She replied within an hour. Can we get coffee sometime? We met 3 weeks later. It was awkward. She looked older, tired. We talked for 2 hours. She told me Tyler was struggling, working 2 jobs, barely keeping up with classes, and angry but mostly at himself. Is he angry at his dad? I asked. She looked down. No. He still makes excuses for him. I nodded. That's what used to kill me. I could be flawed and get judged harshly. Your dad could be absent, unreliable, and you'd all give him grace. I know, she whispered. I see it now. It wasn't closure, but it was something. Tyler hasn't reached out. I see him on social media, still posting with his dad, still tagging him on Father's Day, still pretending everything's fine. Lisa and I are divorced now. She texted, I hope you find what you're looking for. I didn't respond. I'm not looking for anything anymore. For 8 years I looked for acceptance, belonging. Now I'm just living. And that's enough. People ask if I regret it. Honestly, I don't know. I regret that 8 years weren't enough to earn me a seat in the family section. I regret waiting so long to stand up for myself. But I don't regret leaving. Because here's what I learned. Love without boundaries isn't generosity. It's a subsidy for other people's unwillingness to value you. And I'm worth more than that. So that's my story. My stepchildren told me I was just renting space in their lives. So I ended the lease, took back what I'd invested, and left them to face the consequences their father should have been handling all along. Now I'm asking you, was I wrong? Should I have stayed and kept sacrificing for kids who saw me as a placeholder? Or was walking away the only way to stop betraying myself? What would you have done? Let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far and want more stories like this, please hit the like button and subscribe to Reddit Visuals. Your support helps us keep bringing you these real, raw stories. Thanks for listening.